Welcome and good evening, everybody. Hope you've had a good day. Hope you're having a happy holidays and it's not too cold for you. Um, let's see. I need to shout out Benio Maps for the maps you'll be seeing tonight and some of the artwork. JPRPG art for some of the work they did. And I made a song using Suno that you all will hear tonight, too. So we'll see how that goes.
Nice.
Here's what I've got from my notes for what happened on day 13. At 8 o'clock, you wake up. 8:15, you enter Markovia's Abbey. 8:30, you're talking with the abbot and Vasilka, and the abbot wants you to give lessons to Vasilka about manners of love because she's supposed to be a bride for Strahd. After one of the mongrel folks tried to escape from outside, he leaves the room and go out to the courtyard, and Vasilka asks you to give the flesh golem in the other hallway a garland of flowers, which you put around his neck. 8:45, you're shown to Esmeralda's room. She meets you all and asks you to join her in a seance, which showed that the reading was that there's an artifact that you can find that will help restore the abbot to his regular sanity. He's out of his head a little bit right now. And Esmeralda's there still talking to everybody after the seance. Does anybody have any questions?
When did we get out of the seance?
When are we what?
When did we get to a seance?
You already did the seance at the end of last episode.
I was just playing.
Okay. Esmeralda, after the seance, who is it that told you I was here to begin with?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Madam Eva gave you a Taroka reading.
Madam Eve.
Eva.
Send us this way.
So it's Madam Eva. What was the complete reading, if I may ask? I'm more familiar with this land than you are, obviously.
Well, obviously, if you're really good, you'll already know.
If somebody wants to go to the journal and pull up the Taroka reading, you're more than welcome to, or I've got it here right now.
You go for it.
All right. Card 1. This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. 9 of Glyphs, the traitor. I see an ancient foe of an old and noble house. The wandering soul will lead you to him. Card 2. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. The card is 5 of Swords, the Myrmidon. Look for a den of wolves in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. The treasure belongs to Mother Night. Card 3. This card is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. And the card is the 8 of Glyphs, the Bishop. What you seek lies in a pile of treasure beyond a set of amber doors. Card 4. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against the darkness. It's the Queen of Swords, the Mists. A Vistana wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in one place for long. Seek her out at St. Markovia's Abbey near the Mists. Card 5. Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. And it's the Jack of Glyphs, the marionette card. Look to great heights. Find the beating heart of the castle. He waits nearby. And that's it for the card reading. Esmeralda says, maybe the holy symbol is in this werewolf den that also holds Ilya. And have you found anything else from the cards yet? The Tome of Knowledge?
Yes.
Have you found the sword made out of sunlight?
No.
And you haven't found the holy symbol yet, right? The one that's supposedly in the werewolf den?
No.
Okay. Well, you found me, and I'm willing to help. I owe the Kreskovs my life, so I'm going to help them by finding Ilya. And if y'all remember, before you could enter Kresk to pick Wolfsbane, you had to go to Berez to see Tanta Yagara to perform a scrying to see where Ilya was. And you found him in a cave lit by torchlight with a statue of Mother Night close by with a pile of treasure at her feet. Suddenly, from just outside the door, you hear a loud thud. The door shudders briefly as it's struck by a falling weight, followed by a trio of high-pitched yelps and groans.
What was that?
That was creepy. Hold me.
Anyone going to open the door?
But no.
Yes.
Esmeralda gets up and she opens the door and she finds Cloven, Otto, and Siegfried, all mongrel folk, lying in a tangled pile on the balcony beyond. They're all cursing each other as they attempt to untangle themselves. When she sees them, they look slightly abashed, Cloven looking especially flushed at their discovery. We weren't meaning to eavesdrop. We just wanted to know more about the world beyond the Abbey's walls.
Beat him.
Feed him or beat him?
Beat.
Disobedient children.
Are you all planning on going to Castle Ravenloft?
Maybe.
Probably.
If you do, could you do us a big favor?
Depends on what it is.
Try to find Cyrus Bellevue, the family patriarch. He's reached perfection and was whisked off to Castle Ravenloft just recently. And we're anxious to find out what his life has been like since attaining perfection.
What does meets perfection mean?
We are close to perfection now with our different parts, making our human forms obsolete. So it's something the abbot does to us to craft new more parts to us. And he's claiming he's working for our perfection so that we are better than we were before.
Interesting.
What parts does he have that constitute a definition of perfection?
All of them, apparently.
We haven't seen him since he left, so I don't know if he's changed anymore or not. I'm assuming he has.
What did he have last time you saw him?
Let me take a quick look.
Over there. God damn it.
I'm looking.
You're cool. Want to know if we're looking more for the human fly or the thing?
He stands 4 feet 9 inches tall, but appears shorter because of his hunched posture. The left side of his face is covered with leather scales, and he looks like he has the ears of a panther. His left foot looks like a duck's webbed foot, and his arms have patches of black dog fur.
Interesting.
I'm not sure what he would have changed since then, but he's been removed from the abbey and taken to Castle Ravenloft to serve our Lord. If you do find him and bring us information about him, we'll give you some treasure.
We'll do our best.
We thank you greatly.
No problem.
This guy's talking about the big guys. That's really weird.
All right. Let's see. Let me get the next map. Do y'all hear the snow? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you come down the stairs and re-enter the east wing, they're met once again by the flesh golem. He's wearing Vasilka's flower garland as a necklace. As you exit the east wing into the courtyard, you're greeted by the abbot, and who's accompanied by Vasilka. Ah, my friends, I'm glad to see you found Esmeralda. Greetings to you, Esmeralda. I hope your stay has been well. And the rest of the group, how have you been since I left?
We've been good.
Sorry, my dandy things broke. I had to.
Okay.
Listen, I got a question.
Okay.
I came across a questionable trinket in our travels, and based on how everybody else is maintaining their lives here, I think you might be the best person to ask if there is any sort of usage that I can get out of this.
What is this trinket you're talking about?
Start opening up my little bag of holding, and I reach inside and I pull out the big old demon arm thing that I pulled off the one dude. I'm like, what do you think you could do with this?
Well, if you like, I could replace one of your arms with it to give you more power in your arm.
Any downsides that you can think of?
It hurts. It won't be a painless experience at all. But before he takes a look at the arm, and then his gaze finally flickers over to the golem, and he notices the garland around his neck. Do you all know how the golem came to possess this ornament?
We gave it to him.
I gave it to him. I don't know who it was.
You gave it. Where did you get it from? These flowers are old.
I don't remember.
Oh,
Betty, you remember?
Do what?
That's good, Betty. If she remembers.
like they're the freshest we could find.
Vasilka gave you all the garland to hang around the golem's neck, but she was not wanting the abbot to find out that it was her.
Oh, we don't remember.
Roll a deception check, please.
Both of us, or
Whoever's trying to deceive him.
okay, well, it's definitely not me.
For me.
He glances at Vasilka, who looks to be scared and frightened now. Decoration and ornamentation are the first steps to pride and vanity. Such follies are unbecoming of God's creations. And he pulls the necklace off of the golem.
Well, that's rude.
I'm just going to be nice and be like, that's exactly what she told us. And we told her that to shut her mouth and we were going to put it on the golem because it looked good on him.
I see. Vasilka, is this true? Have you given your hands to the sins of pride and vanity?
Damn straight.
Yes. The abbot then says, the morning Lord smiles upon those who reveal the truth. I will deal with you later, Vasilka. But now we have this arm to deal with. Before he does anything with the arm, the gates to the courtyard open up, and in rides a person on a gray horse, an ash gray horse. Let's see if he's got a picture for him.
Got a hairy chest.
You see a tall, lithe man of dusky complexion with long black hair that falls past his neck. A light cloak is draped across his shoulders, its edge rimmed with thick white fur, and gloves of supple black leather cover his hands. A deep blue tunic trimmed with bronze is visible beneath a layer of tough yet flexible leather armor, and a curved saber hangs from a sheath at his belt, with a pair of scimitars strapped to his back above it. His ears taper sharply upward to elven points, and his dark brown eyes bear quiet awareness and a casual, almost predatory gaze as they shift slowly across the surroundings. A long, wicked scar cuts across his forehead just above where lines have begun to mark his face with age, and his lips are pulled back into a thin, perpetual frown. It begins with a dull roar, a prickle at the edge of your awareness, like the washing of the ocean against the shore. As the man grows closer, however, the muffled sound grows louder ever, more insistent, amplifying and building upon itself, until it resolves from a more innocuous sound, almost like waves, into a torrent of screams. Your ears fill with a cacophony of 1,000 voices, pleading, suffering, dying. A psychic onslaught that crashes against your mind from every direction, leaving little room for thought. The man, however, remains unflinching, seemingly undisturbed by the symphony of screams that surround him. Rodin gaze locked on your own, cold and unyielding. Without preamble, he produces an envelope of fine parchment sealed with crimson wax bearing the von Therevich crest. I am Rahadin, Chamberlain of Castle Ravenloft. I come on behalf of my master, Count Strahd von Therevich. He steps forward, extending the sealed letter with an air of practiced disdain. By his lordship's command, you are summoned to dine at Castle Ravenloft. You should be afforded safe passage as honored guests. What do you do?
No.
I know.
Is anyone going to open the letter?
I'll open it.
All right. An elegant script. To Gregor Blazehand, Callisto Ravencrow, Demilion, and Irina Koyana. I have heard tell of your recent exploits in my domain and wish to better know those who have arrived in my beloved land of Barovia. As such, I bid you dine at my castle so that we may meet in civilized surroundings. I expect your attendance at dusk on the night of the moon's last light in 3 days' time. Your passage to and from my home will be a safe one, and you should be honored guests for as long as you remain at Castle Ravenloft. My carriage shall meet you at the crossroads of Ravenloft beyond the western gate. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich. Rodin's eyes glint as he inclines his head. You have read the Count's summons. He expects your answer now.
Well, I mean, it's kind of rude to just demand that I show up somewhere in 3 days.
As the Lord of the land, his word is binding. Guest right has been extended. Do not insult his honor by doubting it.
Now, give me a second. I want to think about this. You can't just hurry these things up, okay? Chill out.
All right.
Where are we supposed to be going?
Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah, we're invited to the castle. Count Dracula. And his
Let's
minion.
do it.
Okay, fine. We will accept.
Now, I got an important question first. Is this to have dinner with us or to have us for dinner?
To have dinner with you.
Free food, man. Free food.
Then I'm down to clown.
Fine. We've talked it over and we shall accept.
All right. He inclines his head once more before stepping back into the mist. His spectral steed waits unmoving. As Strahd mounts and rides into the shadows, the tortured scream spreading like a dark memory. And he leaves the Abbey.
Oops.
That's bad.
I don't like it. I'm just all. You show up here in 3 days. Damn it.
This is a commitment.
I don't know. Like, we gotta wear our Sunday best or what?
Fuck, I'm going as I am.
Gotta wash your ass first.
What now?
Let me see that arm again, and I will check to see what I can do for you.
All right. Just hand the arm over, making a little wavy gesture with it. Here you go.
He looks at it, looks at the stump. He puts his hand on your shoulder, Gregor, sort of feeling you out. Yes, I believe I can take care of this for you. Would you like to do this now?
Yeah, sure. Let's do this.
All right. He leads you to a workroom. The ancient chapel lay cloaked in the dim amber light of guttering candles. Cold stone walls wet with condensation, and the scent of burnt herbs clung to the air, masking the stench of rust and old blood. The abbot's laboratory, an altar of macabre purpose, awaited its grim ritual. Gregor stood motionless, his warforged frame gleaming faintly in the flickering light. He extended his artificial arm onto the slab of blackened iron bolted to the floor. Chains rattled as the abbot secured him in place, a precaution not for restraint, but stability. No anesthetic, the abbot stated coldly, arranging wickedly sharp implements on a stained cloth. His pale hands trembled slightly, anticipation or reverence. The first incision was made with a jagged blade, enchanted to pierce enchanted steel. Sparks danced as the edge bit into Gregor's armor-like flesh. The air shivered with the sound of metal parting under force. Gregor, you need to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
Good luck.
Where's my button? Oh, I died.
You go into shock.
Oopsies.
With deliberate precision, the abbot pried apart enchanted gears and sacred runes. Dark ichor leaked from several conduits, steaming in the cold air. He worked tirelessly, slicing through mystic sinews, guided by forbidden knowledge. Gregor's amber shard pulsed with each strike of the chisel. It seemed to hunger. Ready for the graft, the abbot hissed through his clenched teeth. Assistants, pale and silent, hauled Isaac's severed demon arm into place. Its infernal skin shimmered with arcane bonds. Gregor, you need to make a constitution saving throw with a DC of 20 now.
Oh, God.
You pass out as the barbed hooks of the living sinew from Isaac's arms drove themselves deep into Gregor's exposed socket. The final connection ignited a surge of hellfire through Gregor's veins. His body arched violently against the chains. Gregor, your hit points are now dropped to 0.
Oh, God.
Well,
You killed him, you bastard.
Darkness claimed him. In the void between life and death, a furnace's breath roared. A towering figure emerged from the shadows, a hulking shape cloaked in ash-gray robes, its face obscured save for twin pits of searing flame where eyes should be. When it spoke, molten air seared the space between them. You want it, don't you? The figure rasped, voice crackling like embers. The power, the fire, the strength to crush, to burn. The heat intensified. His presence was suffocating and undeniable. Say yes, he whispered, the promise laced with the cruel, knowing certainty. Say yes and rise. What do you say? You wake back up, and you have a demon arm now that you can operate as your own.
Am I still like 0 hit points?
No, you are back up to full hit points after you're brought back by the glowing-eyed figure. However, Betty.
Yeah.
It shows that you've got 40 hit points on your character. That can't be right. I'm looking at your...
Should I had one?
Yeah, you had a long rest, but she's 40 out of 40.
Oh, damn.
And she's supposed to have 96. Let me see if I can change it. Okay, that's got you set up to 97 hit points. And Gregor's got his arm. Esmeralda's ready to take you all to the werewolf's den where she thinks it's at. She's pretty sure she's seen it before. All right, here's the plan, Esmeralda says. I need to go back to Lake Baratok to the tower to retrieve some supplies for my wagon. Then we'll set up camp in a hollow that's close to the cave mouth and wait until nightfall for the werewolf pack to exit the den to hunt. Third, once the werewolf pack has left the den, you all will come with me to infiltrate the werewolf den to rescue Ilya from his captivity. I'm going to say it took an hour for the surgery on Gregor's arm. So it's now 10:30 in the morning. What would you all like to do until it's time to head out to the lake to her wagon?
What are our options?
I want to brag about the fact that this is the 5th arm that I've owned.
It's a very fast demonic arm here. Hope it doesn't try to murder you in your sleep.
Lesson learned.
So is there anything y'all want to do before you head out or not? If not, that's fine.
I think I'm stocked. I'm good.
I'm stuck. I would like to inquire about any sort of stat bonuses that this arm might confer, if any.
So far, nothing. It just seems like you've got control of this arm that feels like it's partially asleep and not fully working completely yet.
Okie dokie.
Congratulations, you got an alarm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frankenstein. Monster.
Bro, we change.
Change arms like people change clothes.
I'm not sure where.
All right. This is a movie of the lake and the tower. You should be seeing it now.
Yes.
And remember, you all have been here before.
It looks familiar.
Is this the one we own?
No, that's the windmill.
The windmill. Okay, yeah. I remember this tower because we fought the little gargoyles off of it.
Yeah. All right, you should see a still image now of the tower. You come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perked atop buttresses that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower within sight of the entrance is a barrel-topped wagon spattered with mud. All right, give me a second. I'll get the stuff out of my wagon. I'll be right back. And you see her, instead of going to the door, she climbs underneath the wagon to the hidden trapdoor that Dane found. A couple of minutes later, you hear her rustling around inside, and then she opens the door to the wagon, and someone's been inside this wagon. They've stolen several of my belongings, including 2 spell scrolls, a lyre, and 3 vials of perfume.
That was us, wasn't it?
No.
Okay.
If I remember right, you all didn't take anything from her wagon. You just went inside and looked.
I couldn't remember. Did you lock your wagon?
The door here is trapped. That's why it says "Don't open, do not enter" on it.
Yeah,
There's a trap door underneath that I used to get in and out after I've set the door trap. Everybody, make a perception roll, please.
Yeah, 14.
Receiving the shit out of this.
All right. You notice the faint sound of music emanating from the far side of the tower.
We noticed a what?
A woman, the sound of music emanating from the far side of the tower. Bless you.
And who noticed that? All of us?
Yeah.
Willow said thank you.
Are y'all going to investigate the music?
Hey, let's investigate this music, guys.
You also see footprints leading from the wagon to the far side of the tower that were left no more than an hour ago. As you walk towards the tower, the music grows stronger, and finally you see a woman who sits alone on the rocky shore, clad in finely sewn animal skins and cradling a lyre in her arms. Her hair, a pale, lustrous white, cascades over her shoulders, and her eyes rest closed as she plucks the lyre's strings. A haunting refrain parts her lips as her body gently sways, her song continuing without acknowledgement of your approach.
It's a ghost, man. Totally a ghost. Gonna throw a rock and see if it goes through him.
Throw 2 rocks just in case.
Okay.
Do y'all see her?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a ghost.
All right, what I want everybody to do now is go to the journal tab and click it. Scroll down to the bottom to the folder that says Lunatic's Lament and click Lunatic's Lament document.
I don't have that. Oh, wait. No, don't have it.
You don't have Lunatic's Lament down at the bottom?
No. The last thing I have is Dane's book.
Let me make sure. Yeah, it's not.
A folder?
No, I've not shared it yet. Sorry.
There it is.
All right. Once you've got the lyrics up, this is the song that you hear.
Here go stars, my yearning plea, to feel his arms.
Is there an echo?
I think so.
Yeah, it might be me. All right.
Lost beneath the starlit sea, his light, it waits, haunting me.
Not me.
Draw his whispers close to me, that in his shade I might see. He'd heed his call. Near enough, his amber eye gleams. My feet betray the better of me. A silver-lit path that wanders my dreams. His shadow gaze shall guide me ever on. Run, lead, still he flees. But now the skies around us, we're soaring, falling. Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down.
Sorry about the echo. I don't know why it did that. But that was done in Suno, all AI.
That's cool.
Let's see. As you approach, you see the 2 stolen spell scrolls and the 3 vials of perfume sitting on a rock next to her. One of the vials has been uncorked but seems otherwise unused.
Ma'am, I don't want to alarm you, but are you aware that you might be a thief?
Oh, do you own the wagon?
Well, I don't, but the lady over there that you broke into the wagon and stole all their stuff does.
I didn't mean to be a thief. I was just curious.
Curious enough to crawl under a wagon and go through a trapdoor?
Yes, I wanted to see what was in the wagon.
But when
I was curious.
we did the same things. Totally understand.
You okay?
Yeah,
But we
T
did
went down the wrong way.
Gotcha.
Well, my name is Bianca. It's nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too. Do you want to return her stuff yet?
Sure. If there's any way, though, if I could keep the lyre, it's been so long since I've been able to play real music.
You're going to have to discuss that with her. I'm not allowed to give away somebody else's property.
What was this girl's name again?
Bianca.
But other than that, now that you've agreed to return at least some of the stuff, what's up?
Like I said, I was just wandering and ran across this wagon. I wanted to find out what was in it. I live nearby in the nearby woods with my husband, Kirill.
And
an
where's
herbalist.
Carol?
He's back at home right now.
I take it y'all aren't getting along?
Have you ever fallen in love with someone and wondered if you made a mistake?
More times than one.
I fear that might be what's happened to me. I don't know. My husband is taking a turn for the worse. He's not doing well.
What's the matter with him?
He is, ever since Strahd awoke, Kirill has been haunted, not by any ghost, but by his own rage.
Well, that's interesting. Why do you think it is?
A lack of power, an absence of control.
Is there anything you can do to maybe mitigate that, fix it?
I don't know. What would you suggest?
Is he laying hands upon you?
No! Kirill would never harm a hair on my head.
Whose hair would he harm a hair on?
That I'm not sure. He seems trapped in a whirlwind of self-destruction, lashing out at himself and others right now. Every week that rage seems to devour ever more of him, she adds quietly. I don't know how much more the man I married is still left inside.
Classic Hulk situation.
Y'all got a psychiatrist around here?
Psychiatrist, what?
Yeah.
It doesn't know.
Try the power of love.
I do love him. That's why I stay with him. But it's getting close
It's one
to a
thing
time.
to love someone, but to make it known that you love them when he's angry, reach for him. You know, when something upsets him, agree with him, understand. He might turn back into the man you once knew.
Thank you. I think I'll try that. Here, let me give you back the vials of perfume and the scrolls. The scrolls are spell scrolls, major illusion, and let me see. Hold on a second. A scroll of major image and a scroll of remove curse. And she also gets a spyglass and 10 silvered crossbow bolts from the wagon and closes the door and resets the lock.
Okay, I got the spell of reverse curse. What were the other two?
Major image.
So what were you planning on achieving with these spells here?
I thought they were books. I was looking for something to read. Unfortunately, I couldn't decipher them. Make an insight check.
Everybody?
Just Gregor.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What did you ask again?
Why did she want the spells?
Oh, when she says that she couldn't decipher them, her eyes flicker over towards one of the scrolls for a second, and then back to you all, like she might be hiding something.
You think he's cursed, don't you?
What makes you say that?
Because one of these spells happens to be a spell to remove curses.
That's what it is?
Are you saying you didn't know this?
I couldn't decipher them at all. I thought they were books or poems or songs or something, not a spell.
You're being shady about something. Why don't you just fess up to what it is there?
Oh, just give her a break. She wasn't literary growing up, okay?
She's being suspicious. This is awfully sus.
I'm sorry if you think I'm being suspicious. I'm telling you the truth.
What about the other spell?
What other spell?
What did you say it was? A major image spell?
Yeah.
What about the major image spell? What were you hoping to accomplish with that?
Like I said, I didn't know it was a spell. I thought it was just a regular book or something, and I couldn't translate it.
But yet you knew enough to tell us
To tell you what? That I couldn't translate them?
that you knew what they were.
No, she didn't. That was the DM letting you know that Esmeralda told you what she was looking for.
Okay.
She doesn't know what they are, according to her.
Okay, I've got remove curse, major image, and what was the last one?
A spyglass and 10 silvered crossbow bolts.
Jesus.
Is your husband turning into a werewolf?
I don't think so.
What do you mean?
What makes you think?
I feel that's a yes or no question.
Do you think he's turning into a vampire?
A vampire? No, not that I know of. He's been out in the day. And as far as I know, vampires can only come out at night, right?
Well, no, that's not true.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's assume that you didn't know what the spells were. You obviously know what a silver crossbow bolt is. Why would you need silver?
No, that's what Esmeralda got out of the wagon.
Oh, okay.
Esmeralda got the scroll of major image, the scroll of remove curse, the spyglass, and 10 crossbow bolts from inside the wagon and from Bianca.
And from Bianca.
The 2 scrolls were given to her from Bianca, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you want us to do?
Well, I guess I'll follow your advice and just try to talk to him and see if I can't get this to go away, his rage.
Hold on a second.
Somebody must be cooking.
That's me. Probably the idiot. Okay. I'm gonna go get me some rainbow pizza.
Okay.
I'll put up the "We'll be right back" button. or poster.
Might do it. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe
I'm
there's no
back.
fix for it.
Okay. I think Sheena went to get a drink. Was that your fire detector going off or smoke detector? You still there, Betty? Betty has fallen away.
Damn. I didn't wake you up.
Betty, can you hear me?
Sorry, I grabbed his tea.
All right, your video looks like it's frozen for some reason.
It is. Now it doesn't want to do anything.
Huh. All right.
Sorry.
That's all right. If you want to put your icon up, that's fine.
I can't.
It was up a second ago.
Sheena's going to be just a second. Elderly dog issues.
Okay. What if you leave the room, Betty, and come back?
Because I grabbed the tea.
No, leave the StreamYard room. Go back off stage and then come back in.
Oh, trying to figure out how to fix my screen.
Okay. Still just a black screen.
Yep.
Does your camera light on your laptop?
Yep.
Okay. Huh. Why don't you turn your video off and see if that turns on your icon? There we go.
Yay.
Better than nothing. While you're reading Koyan's letter.
What?
Why are you reading Koyan's letter?
I just never took it down.
Okay. Does everybody have silvered weapons?
Silvered or magical? Yes.
Silvered, not magical.
I believe I still have one.
Okay.
Huh?
The silver magical does count. I'm sorry. As long as it's silver.
Looking. Yeah, I got one.
Okay. What about you, Betty? You got silver?
Silver what?
A silver weapon to fight werewolves with?
Didn't you have your dagger silvered or something like that?
I think one of them is silvered. I'm not sure.
I have one dagger that is silvered and then 5 silver stars.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
Are we back now?
I think we're still waiting on Sheena.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's finishing up, I think. So.
Did I tell you they gave Tucky an MRI today?
No.
They gave him an MRI for his pancreas, and it looked better than it did on the CT scan they did the night we brought him in, or the morning we brought him in.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Now, if we just stop drinking,
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Let's
Yeah.
just really talk.
or at least drink less.
I don't know how he went for so long without drinking and then went right back to it.
Yeah, I don't know. He's supposed to have got some medicine from his physical doctor to reduce the craving of alcohol. I don't know if he's taken it yet or not, but hopefully that will help too.
It's like, I know baclofen will make you sick if you drink more than like 4.
Right.
And that's just like my pussy cheese. So,
Yeah. I think he said he drank a pint at a time.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It comes in pints.
I think the most I ever drank was when Tucky and I had that whiskey shot contest.
Huh.
And then I got terribly sick.
Right.
Most I ever drink was lockdown.
Huh.
The duration of lockdown. That was a good, or not a good time for us, alcohol wise.
Right.
So normally for a warforged, their armor gets incorporated into their body, right?
Okay.
Okay. What are the mechanics for the demon arm? Am I going to have like a one sleeve goth thing going on, or is it just going to incorporate into the demon arm too?
It's going to remain black with red veins on it, with spikes on it, like it was in Isaac Haddock. No change to it at all.
Okay.
Just
Not
stitch
like a
marks where
sleeve.
it's. Huh?
You might want to get a sleeve
That arm gets cold.
in case people notice.
What are they going to do about it?
Depends on how many there are.
I'm back.
Okay.
Hola.
Sorry, dog emergency. The
No problem.
old man moves like twice a day. When he does.
Okay, Gregor, you were trying to see if Bianca was a werewolf.
I guess. I thought she was the one that had the silver crossbow bolts.
No, the silver crossbow bolts were from Esmeralda.
Okay. Then yeah, I want to try to figure out if Bianca is a werewolf.
How are you going to do that?
Look at her really, really close.
Are you going to try to talk her into it, or
Yeah, I'm just going to ask her. By any chance, are you a werewolf?
make an intimidation check? You forgot how to swallow, didn't you?
No, I smoked a cigarette.
Ah.
I'm assuming-
Intimidation of 12. No, I'm not a werewolf.
Can I try?
Yeah. Intimidation.
It's not intimidation. I'm gonna bring Sweet Roll up to her.
Okay.
Yes.
Sweet Rose says that she smells funny, like a wolf.
Oh, he's a werewolf.
No wonder she thinks it's okay to climb through trapdoors on wagons.
What's your excuse?
We're weird.
Are you going to tell the party what you found out from Sweet Roll?
Yes.
Okay.
So y'all, Sweet Roll just let me know she smells an awful lot like a wolf.
A wolf? What is this fox? How do you talk to the fox? Bless you.
Are you sure she's
Damn
not just
business,
wearing?
isn't it?
She is wearing a fur. You sure it's not just wolf fur?
That is not wolf fur.
All right, fair enough.
Everybody make an intimidation check.
It'll look up big and bear like, rah.
Found them off my game today.
$19.
Nice.
For a 23. All right. Yes, I am a werewolf.
Shock.
I was trying to find possibly a scroll that would remove the curse off me and Kirill, my husband, who's the leader of the pack.
So do you think that would work on foxes?
I would think so if there's such a thing as a werefox. I've never heard tell of such.
Well, nice to meet you.
You're a werefox?
I am.
Ah, interesting. So now that you know that I'm a werewolf, are you going to kill me?
No,
She doesn't speak for all of us.
but I would like to help you on your quest to find what it is that will undo this curse.
Well, when I found that one scroll had remove curse on it, it only works for one person though. So I wanted to have a scroll for me and Kirill.
Or
Have you
just
found
erase
one
them?
yet?
Do what?
Have you found one yet?
No, the closest was this single scroll that I found in the wagon.
Where do you think the others might be?
I don't know. Maybe in this tower, maybe in Kresk. I don't know where magical things are kept like that. I know we don't have any in our den.
Okay, who's got the magic to try and suss this shit out?
I mean, I have a remove curse spell.
Yeah, well, you didn't do it on me.
I think he did, and it didn't work.
Well, if it didn't work on me, I doubt it's going to work on this bitch.
So it didn't work to help you at all?
Vale took care of me.
Who's Vale?
Really?
I've never heard of Vale. Is she kin to Mother Night?
She is akin to Mother Night, but she is the in-between.
Okay.
We're getting into the religious talk now.
And that was one of them zealots.
Hmm.
The cleric.
But it's already been proven that his remove curse spell doesn't work, so I think your idea is the best.
What I do with that?
Well, I think we need to use one of the magic users here in this party to try and suss out if any of these other scrolls are around here.
Okay. Esmeralda speaks up. I've not seen a remove curse scroll in a while. I got this one when I was outside of Barovia, outside of the Mist.
It doesn't hurt to look, does it?
Where are you going to look?
There are other buildings around here, right?
Just the tower is the only one that's there right now where you're at.
Well, let's go look.
All right. Do you open the door to the tower using the puzzle? Putting the colors in the right place?
Yes.
I'm an artist. I can do that.
Okay. Do you let Bianca come in with you?
Bitch, keep your mouth shut. Just let me do what I need to do.
All right. You go inside, and the elevator crane is on the first floor where you're at, surrounded by 4 clay golems that use the chains to raise and lower the platform up to the top level of the tower, which is the only floor that had anything worth value last time you were here.
Yeah, well, we trying the new things, so. So what's the puzzle?
There is no puzzle. You just tell the golems to take you up to the top floor.
Okay, so here we are.
All right. You slowly climb up your way to the top floor of the tower. You see a bed, a desk, a armor stand that's empty, and a bag.
I'm going to check the bag. First, I'm going to check over traps.
All right. Investigation, please. There are no traps in the bag.
All right, I'm going to open the bag and pour its contents out on the floor.
It's just a change of clothing.
It's what?
Change of clothing.
Still didn't hear that.
It's just a change of clothing.
Oh, fun. Well, time to put my thief skills to use and start looking through the tower.
All right. Roll another investigation check. I don't know what Van Richten would have left here that he wouldn't have taken with him as he left his tower, but I know he used to stay here sometimes. But I don't know if he's got any scrolls here or not. You search the room over from top to end and you don't find any more scrolls. You don't find any books. You don't find really anything useful at all.
What's the possibility I can just copy this scroll?
Is there a call?
You're not a wizard or a spellcaster other than a cleric, so I'm going to say no. You don't have the materials at the time right now.
Okay.
Is there a closet?
No, there's no closet. There's a wardrobe.
Can I check in the wardrobe?
Got clothing in it.
I'm going to throw out all the clothing and look in the back panel.
Make a perception check. You find a loose board on the back of the wardrobe. You peel it back, and inside you find a small pouch.
How big are we talking?
About the size of your fist.
There you're going to open it and find the card fist.
I'll give it to
Yep.
the chickie and let her open it.
Give it to who you faded out.
What's her name?
Esmeralda or Bianca? Bianca's the werewolf. Esmeralda's the Vistani.
Bianca.
She opens it up. Looks like wolfsbane to me.
Lick it.
And if you remember, you're pretty sure this is where Van Richten made that tincture of wolfsbane for you, Demillion, to keep you from turning into a raging werefox. So that might be left over from that.
Is there anywhere else to look in this tower?
No.
No basement?
No, there is no basement at all. I'm going to say that you all spend 30 minutes and check the entire tower, but don't find anything at all, except for the wolfsbane.
So could we not replicate this potion and give it to her and that serve the same function?
It only works when they go into a full moon rage.
Oh, okay. So my doll. Gotcha.
Bianca, do you have any other ideas where these things might be?
I don't know if there's any left in Morovia, to be honest with you.
If they're what?
I don't know if there's any left in Morovia, to be honest with you. I've not
Then-
seen another spell scroll like this, and maybe the abbot might be able to do something.
What's the name of the guy who did his thing to me?
Rudolph Van Richten, also known as Rictavio, the bard. But he's actually a monster hunter in disguise.
He's a what?
Monster hunter in disguise. It was only after you rescued Arabelle that he revealed himself to you as Rudolph Van Richten, the monster hunter.
Was back in season 1.
Yeah.
Many moons ago.
So
You said the abbot might be able to do something?
Well, the abbot offered Demelian to take away her werefox.
Oh,
That is true.
apparently he's the man to go to. This is like the Wizard of Oz. Give me a demon arm.
Oh, and a new heart.
Sold.
He's already getting a heart, remember?
Oh, yeah.
well, maybe we should go to the abbot.
Well, let's first. This is Esmeralda. At first, let's try to free Ilya first to see if we can do that and take him back to Crest to his parents. And then we can talk to the abbot.
He was the little shit in the wolf's den, wasn't he?
Besides, Bianca says, I'm not sure if I want to get rid of this or not. I know Kirill doesn't, but I might be able to talk him into it. I don't know. He's become so enraged lately. He just recently took over leadership of the pack.
Do you know where we come from? Werewolves are protectors of the earth.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's
The only
not the
hurt
way
that
it is
is
here.
Trying to hurt the earth.
Most of the werewolves in Morovia serve Strahd. I'm on the fence personally. He lets us leave the mist as we please. But still, we're working for Strahd.
Why don't you just quit?
Because he would kill us probably.
If you
Carol may not even let anyone lead the pack now, the way that it stands. This boy, Ilya, describe him to me.
He's about yay tall, yay round.
Got a penis.
God.
He's young.
Does he have brown hair and black skin?
There's a possibility.
There are definitely skin.
I think he may be in the den. In a
What den is
cage.
that?
The werewolf den where I live.
Well, why don't you get him out?
I can't do anything to release him.
So you're taking him for a walk.
He's chained with these silver thorn barbs that I can't release. Kirill's the only one with the key.
Why is he chained?
Because he wanted to make sure that he could use him as leverage to talk to the Baron of Kreskov. Since it is his son.
So what was his name?
Ilya.
Is the son of the vampire?
No, it's the son of Burgomaster of the Kresk. Dmitri Kreskov.
Okay. And
Has
he
he
wants
tried
clout.
Do what?
Does he want him for clout?
Bianca's not sure.
Has he tried just asking to talk to the Burgermaster?
I'm not sure what plans Kirill has for them, but they're chained up. They're chained up and in a cage.
I'm just saying, does he want to be friends with the Burgermaster, or does he?
I think he wants to invade Kresk and capture more children for our pack.
And he thinks that having the Burgermaster's son will make the Burgermaster amiable to that.
He can threaten with his life.
Well, what guarantee is he that it's actually going to do anything? Like, let him in and I won't kill your son. Is he going to give his son back?
I don't know. Kirill's been known to lie before, so he could just be a ruse.
It's a dumb strategy.
Well, I never said Kirill was smart.
Well, what do you think would be the best course of action in this? What are you hoping to achieve?
Me, I want. What do I want? I want Kirill to go back to being normal, werewolf or not. He can be a werewolf but not be the monster that he is now. I just want him to be my husband again.
Are you cool with being a werewolf?
Yes. Mother
What
Night
about-
protects me.
Use the remove curse scroll on him and be done with it.
Because I'd only wanted to do it if I could have 2 scrolls. One for me, one for Kirill.
Well, if you're happy being a werewolf, you could be a werewolf and he can be a human.
I'd rather it was supposed to be human.
If you had to choose one, which one would you choose?
To be with Kirill no matter what.
No, that's not a choice. If you had to choose between him and you, which one would you choose?
I would probably choose Kirill.
Well, then that's the mindset you need to go in with, because that's the most likely outcome.
Okay.
You were?
Are you all planning on going to the den then?
No.
Yes.
We probably should
When
go
are
with-
you planning on leaving?
Mm,
When would you suggest the best time is?
Well, as far as I know, Kirill's taking the pack out to hunt beyond the mists tonight. So it would be a good time to sneak in. The prisoners are kept in Mother Night's shrine, which lies near the rear of the cave.
are you going to be going with us?
I'll go back to the den, but I won't lead you in. That would be too suspicious. Wait for the pack to leave to hunt. It's only going to be me and Skinnis, the pack's old leader, and a couple of other guards, 4 werewolves who remain to guard the den to watch in pairs. Otherwise, all the other werewolves will be on the hunt. About half a dozen wolves still remain at the den.
Okay, well, how's this? If you do your best to make sure that you all are scarce when we get there, then we'll make sure that we only use this remove curse scroll on your husband. Otherwise, we're probably just going to kill him if we come across him.
Well, hopefully it won't come to that.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm offering you a deal here. You can take it, and we can promise that we're going to remove his curse, or you can not take it and let us deal with everything on our own. And if he comes up in front of us, we may have to chop his head off.
How do you incapacitate a werewolf?
By chopping his head off.
Silver is used. Silver burns werewolves, all were creatures. So does death magic.
What is death magic?
There's the DM, necrotic.
Oh, Willie.
Yeah. Well, this is Bianca. I'll go ahead and head back to the den. You all will wait until after they leave, and then you can come in. There's still going to be 2 guards at the front of the cave. I can't do much about that. And the other werewolves guarding the cave, I can't do much to get them out of the cave.
Well, you do what you can. If it comes down to it, we expect a little help.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll leave here and wait for you all to show up later on tonight after they leave.
Okay.
And with that, she leaves the tower and goes on about her way.
Boy.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Esmeralda makes sure she's got both scrolls. She puts the perfume back in her wagon. And does anyone else use a crossbow?
I think I have a crossbow.
Do you have any
No.
silver for your crossbow?
You got a crossbow or anything? I technically have a crossbow. I don't use it.
Well, whoever has a crossbow, I've got 10 crossbow bolts here that are silvered. I can take 5 of them for myself and 5 of them to one of you who has a crossbow.
I just have a longbow.
Okay.
I have a crossbow.
And before we go any further, does everyone have silver on them to fight with? We are fighting werewolves after all.
Didn't we silver tip blades or something?
I think so.
I do have silver weapons.
Okay.
Got some stuff from silver tip.
Do y'all want to hang out at the tower until it's getting closer to dark?
Just a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody need to take a short rest?
I don't think so.
Okay. So y'all are going to wait till dusk, and Esmeralda will guide you to where she thinks the den is at. Is there anything y'all want to do while you wait?
Have an orgy. I sleep.
Okay. At about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun starts setting. Esmeralda leads you to the brink of a small hollow, a natural depression carved into the frozen tundra. Its edges are framed by jagged, snow-covered rock outcroppings, their stark forms framing glimpses of Lake Beartalk's icy expanse. Mount Beartalk looms above the desolate landscape in the distance, its cliffs and frosted spurs a pale gray against the vast white expanse of snowfields. The ground at the base of the hollow is layered with wind-blown snow, a brittle crust crunching underfoot. On its northern side, a massive, snow-draped rock outcropping forms a natural shelter, its overhead creating a small cave-like refuge. The air is frigid and sharp, carrying the faint metallic tang of ice and the distant scent of pine carried on the wind. The hollow itself is silent, save for the soft moan of the wind through the tundra and the occasional crack of ice shifting on the lake's frozen surface. This is Esmeralda. Could you all gather some firewood and some kindling, and I'll get us a fire started here to wait.
Sure.
All right, you grab some firewood, and she has this magical fire starter that she uses to produce a fire. The campfire produces no smoke, and its light does not extend beyond the edges of the hollow. Let me show you what it looks like. You should see a mountainous field of snow. All right, so where you all are at on this map is where the hollow is that you've got the fire going. One person should sit on the edge of the hollow to watch for the pack's departure. We might want to rotate shifts once per hour to avoid fatigue.
1 second.
And, huh?
Trying to let the dogs out real quick.
I still didn't hear you.
John had to let the dogs out. They were going crazy.
Oh, okay.
We'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. As night falls, Esmeralda takes a look around you all around the fire. Why don't we share stories about ourselves? And I'll tell you a little bit of my history in turn. After all, if we're to work together, I'd like to know who I'm fighting beside. Anyone have any stories to tell? Or do you want me to start?
You can start.
Well, you can take your choice. You can find out how I met Dr. Rudolph in Richten, or the tale of how I lost my leg.
Let's hear the tale of how you met Rudolph Van Richten.
It was nearly 2 decades ago that I first saw him. My family was traveling with the Radanovich clan of a Stani clan caravan when a Radanovich child fell deathly ill. The child's parents took him to a local doctor, a man by the name of Rudolf Van Richten. Van Richten did all he could to keep the boy alive. 3 days later, however, he passed away, and his father, a leader among the Radanoviches, blamed Van Richten for his child's death. That night, aided by 4 others, he stole into Van Richten's family home and kidnapped Van Richten's own son in vengeance. My parents awoke me at midnight, and we departed at once. It was only later that I learned what cargo we were carrying and that my own parents had helped to acquire them. Van Richten himself, desperate to rescue him, tracked our caravan down and bound my parents to a tree. After extracting his son's location, however, he departed without shedding a drop of their blood, an act of mercy I have never forgotten. After 10 years later, I ran from home, seeking to follow in Van Richten's footsteps. I found him a man changed, scarred and haunted by the years that had passed. His kindness, however, had never faded, and he agreed to take me on as a student. I spent 2 years with him, learning all I could about monsters and how to fight them before we ultimately parted ways. After finishing her story, her expression darkens. The night I departed his company, we exchanged harsh words. Words I'd prefer to forget, she sighs. Even so, when I received his final letter, I came to Barovia praying that he would not face Tsarevich alone. And that's how I met Van Richten.
Interesting.
So you all can't even tell me a little bit more about yourselves, where you come from? You're not from around here, I know.
Where are we from?
Yeah.
Nakiel.
We come from a land down under.
No, we're obviously not from around here. And we just kind of ended up here. Now we're trying to get home, I think. I don't really remember anymore. What's the goal?
Are you all planning on doing anything about Strahd?
Open to.
Do you have plans or anything?
I mean, we got like a dinner meeting thing in 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, he invited us for a meet and greet.
Well,
We'll see how that goes.
yes, definitely. Did he say you could bring guests with you?
I honestly don't.
Not that I know of.
I don't remember a plus one. He didn't say we couldn't, though.
Well, maybe I could join you just to help out.
I'm not against
How
it.
are you going to help out?
I have my ways fighting monsters. I learned from the best.
Strahd is not just any monster.
Okay, well, let's say we go in and everything goes all to hell. And we end up having to fight. You down for fighting?
Of course. To remove Strahd from this land, I'd do anything.
What if he said he would leave the land if you let him take the fight?
Do what? What did you say?
We're on the page here. What if?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
Move on. Let's move on.
All right. The time goes on. An hour after nightfall, the night stirs as several large, dark shapes emerge from beneath the mountain crags. One among them towers above the others, its bulky body easily twice the size of theirs. The pack turns south, then west, loping along the shoreline of Lake Baratok until its members vanish into the dark cluster trees of the Spallage woods. Above the tree line, Carved into the side of a rocky mountain spur is a wide, torchlit cave that looks like the gaping maw of a great wolf. An enormous beast's carcass lies crookedly across the bottom of the cliff beside the cave's mouth. An enormous elk, easily as tall as two men standing atop one end of the shoulders. Much of the flesh has been stripped from its bones, and its entire throat has been ripped away.
Nice.
Okay.
It's like this. Let me go.
Where are they at?
Where's who at?
These things
What things?
that you just described to us.
The
Right.
lamps, it's on the map.
Like all this
Okay.
noise.
The map.
What do y'all want to do?
Stealth mode activate.
Sneaky, sneaky. Stealth mode.
All right. Let's see. Gregor wrote stealth. Everybody else wrote stealth.
Or not if you don't want to be sneaky.
Always.
The million.
Give me a second.
Okay. Okay. Do you all move up to the cave mouth?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Fun. Come in.
Y'all can move
Come
up.
on.
I'll be your lookout.
I don't know what's going on with my token. I'm just kind of bouncing all over the place on my screen.
Okay.
I am too. No, come back. Where did I go?
Okay. The open jaws, the wolf's head, form a 15-foot-high canopy of rock over the cave mouth, held up by natural pillars of rock. The ceiling rises to a height of 20 feet inside the cave. Torches and iron brackets line the walls. Up ahead, the cave splits to the left and right around it. You can hear the faint sound of trickling water echoing from the right side passage. Standing crouched on a 5-foot-high ledge between the divide are two feral-looking women wearing shredded clothing and clutching spears. They look bored and inattentive and irritated about not being able to go out. And if you listen, you can tell they're arguing over which tastes better, goats or elk.
So they're up here.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me unhide them.
I get you. I got you in. Are you in? Oh, you were out on my screen, so you weren't actually out. Okay.
As I say, I've been here.
I think it's good.
So the right side, you hear water. The left side goes deeper into the cave. And you've got two women in disheveled clothes holding spears, arguing about which tastes better, goats or elk. And they both finally decide that men taste better.
Are we able to see the water?
No.
going to whisper to everybody, be like, I suggest that we throw something up to the right towards the water, distract them, and maybe sneak through the southern castle.
All right.
So you're going to throw something
Yes.
from where you're standing now, or where are you going to throw it from?
I'm going to scooch up just a little bit to about ish.
Okay.
And soon at that point, I could technically do a long range rock throw.
Okay, about the farthest you can throw the rock would be about right here from where you're at.
Oh, man. Let's see what else I got. Anybody have one of those little distraction things? Yeah.
The two werewolves stop talking for a minute and sniff the air. Who goes there? What meat have you brought for us?
God, they spilled my arm.
We're stinky.
We can smell you. We know you're there.
I can cast fog cloud.
Yeah, funny because I can smell you too.
I'm just going to remain quiet.
Okay.
Nasty ass bitches.
They hop down off the ledge and move towards the opening. Oh, look. You brought us fresh meat. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And they both shift into their hybrid form. It's now initiative.
Well, it's so outlasted. Still stealth mode.
We're horrible at stuff, apparently.
And initiative.
Let's see. We've got everybody except for Esmeralda. And Sweet Roll. And Irina. All right, Callisto, what do you do?
I'm going to cast Hell of Thorns. Well, no, I don't think she's close enough for Hell of Thorns. Okay, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark, and then I'm going to shoot the one in blue with my longbow.
What's the range on Hunter's Mark?
90 feet.
All right, it's in within range.
Anyone hit?
21 hits. All right. The arrow pierces her shoulder, and you see her reach up and just yank it out and throw it to the ground. And where the blood was coming out of her, it starts to heal up.
Oh, that's weird.
We're gonna need some silver. All right. Well, I'm going to say that's my turn for a moment. I got to figure out what I'm doing.
Okay. Esmeralda's turn next. Let me see what she's going to do. She has a crossbow. $15. 15 hits. Does the d6 of damage. Does 1 point of damage to the blue one. And that's it for her turn. It is Asyanka's turn, the blue one. She rushes forward and tries to take out Sweet Roll.
Bitch.
$17 hits. For 9 points of damage. And that's it for its turn. Demillion, you're up.
The bitch who just hit Sweet Roll, I'm shooting her with a silver crossbow.
Okay.
I gotta find my crossbow. Okay, well, it's saying I don't have one now, so I'm going to use my silver short sword.
Okay. Five points of damage from a silver short sword. All right. What else are you doing? Anything?
Sneak attack. Well, I don't think I can.
Right. You can because
yeah, she's too far away.
Sweet Roll was right there.
Huh?
Sweet Roll's right there, so it acts as an ally. So
Okay.
you get your sneak attack.
All right, cool.
Wow.
I said, bitch.
Anything else you're going to do?
I am going to run away.
Okay.
Food.
How far are you running? Where are you running to?
I gotta look in where I am.
Okay.
God damn it. She's still up. I don't know. Run me somewhere where I'll be safe.
How's that?
I can't see my sheets in front of it.
I moved you back towards the opening of the mouth of the cave. To the left. To the right, I mean. That it for your turn, Million?
Yeah.
All right, Sweet rolls up. And you should have access to him.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find them.
He's in front of the werewolf.
Well, again, my computer's acting up.
Scroll your map to the right some. Make it move from right to left, I mean.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Is this him? No.
You can close the combat window if you want, but what you're looking for is to the other side of the screen underneath your game log. That's Gregor.
I didn't do that.
Okay. Can you left click on the map and scroll it to the left?
Nope.
What about the bars at the bottom of the screen? The scroll bars.
I can't do anything.
Refresh real quick then. You had it there for a second.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Okay. What the hell is that?
I have no idea.
What is it?
That's crazy looking.
What?
She had an entirely different scene up. It was like looked like a town either on fire or with fireworks.
All right, I'm back on the map, but I don't see anybody.
It's still loading. There you go. You see yourself now in Sweet Roll?
Wow, he's far away.
Yeah.
And what is this?
That's the
front of it?
werewolf that you shot with the crossbow.
Ha ha. And who is this?
Esmeralda.
That's Gregor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Sweet Roll to come to me.
Okay. Anything else for him?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Next is Irina. Does Irina have any silver? She just has a rapier with a +4 to hit. So she's going to move within range of this werewolf here. "20 hits. For 9 points of damage.
Woo!
And that's all she does. Next, it's Devonka's turn. The other werewolf. It's going to come up here to Gregor and take a swing at Gregor. Seven misses. The other claw. Nat 20. So you take 14 points of slashing necrotic damage, Gregor.
Well, that's mean.
All right, Gregor, you're up.
Alrighty. I guess I'll pull out my silver sword and go ahead and two-hand the thing.
Okay.
First, and I am going to true strike, swing at it, which lets me roll with my spell modifier. So, where is my squad? There you are. I get to add a +1 to this, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Okie dokie. And that's going to do that much damage, whatever that is. And also that much radiant damage.
So 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
And it is a silver weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's going to be my turn.
All right. Before Callisto starts her turn, both of the werewolves start to howl. Oh! And you hear movement from further in the cave.
Yep.
Callisto, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at the blue ring one.
At the which one?
The one with the blue ring.
Okay.
Firebolt.
I'd say crit.
Yep.
Wow. She's hurting pretty bad. Anything else you're going to do? Another attack?
Yeah, I can go ahead and shoot her with a longbow too. 14 hit.
14 hits.
Damn.
You want to roll over there?
She's still alive.
Yeah, barely.
Well, that's my
That
turn.
Alrighty. Next is Esmeralda's turn. She'll come down here and try to use her rapier. 2 with the rapier and 1 with her hand axe, her silver short sword. So she gets 3 attacks. 18 hits. 7 points of damage. She's going to use her rapier again. No, she's going to use her silver short sword again. 15 hits. 7 points of damage. All right. That it for your turn, Esmeralda? Yes, it is. All right. The werewolf turns and attacks Esmeralda. "22 hits. She takes 10 points of necrotic slashing damage. And the werewolf is going to try to bite her. 14 misses. That's it for its turn. Demillion, you're up.
Um. Well.
"15 hits. All right.
No.
That werewolf falls to the ground and slowly begins to transform back into her female form, human form. And you can see the places where she's been hit with silver are smoking wounds, like they're burning her. But she's dead now. Anything else you're going to do, Demillion?
Nope.
Sweet rolls up.
You done?
Okay. Irina's turn. She comes over to Esmeralda, who's been hit, and she uses her healer's kit on her. "1d6 plus 4 plus the level." What level is she? All right, so 1d6. Two plus 4, 6 plus 8. Esmeralda is back up to full hit points thanks to Irina.
Cool.
And it's the next werewolf's turn. It's going to claw Gregor twice. $16 misses. 17 misses. So that's it for that werewolf. Gregor, you're up.
Body slam him.
Oh, there's some.
I don't know what you did with it.
Man, it's over in your chair. You're moving me. Okay. Leave it. I guess I'm going to whack him again with my sword.
Okay.
So I get a +1.
That
Probably.
misses.
All right. Good. I'll go ahead and spiritual weapon. I guess I haven't used that in a while for my
Okay.
bonus action, and try to hit with that.
That's a hit.
That's gonna be max damage, and that'll be my thing.
Nice one effort.
All right. Well, we've got a couple of choices now. This next round, more werewolves and wolves will be coming to attack you, but I don't have them on the map yet. So we can stop here for the night and pick up the battle with everybody on board when we start next Monday.
That sounds
Let's
good. We
not
gotta go
do
pick up.
it tonight.
Yeah, we
Do
gotta
what?
go pick up in about 20 minutes.
Okay. All right, then. So that's
You get
it for everybody. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming out. If you stayed this long, thank you greatly. If you could like and comment and subscribe, that way you'll know when we play. We have a tendency of saying we're playing Monday and then something will come up always. So if you're subscribed, you'll know when we're playing. You can go back and watch earlier episodes too. But that's going to do it for us for tonight. So we wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year. And we'll see you next Monday. Bye.
Bye.